Hello dear students, I'm Dr. Chandrakala HT. In this video, I'll be teaching you IPv6 format, extension headers, and the difference between the two IP versions, IPv4 and IPv6. IPv6, as we all know, is a newer and more sophisticated version of IP addressing format. It's an improvised version of IPv4 because it can support more than 1 trillion IP addresses. The IPv6 header format is shown in this picture. The IPv6 header format consists of a version field of 4 bits, priority or traffic class of 8 bits, flow label of 20 bits, payload length of 16 bits, next header of 8 bits, and an 8 bits long hop limit. Along with this, it contains source address field of 128 bits, destination address field of 128 bits, and extension headers. The version bit is a 4-bit field which represents the version of the internet protocol used. So in this case, the version we use is IPv6, and IPv6 is indicated by a unique 4-bit combination 0110. The second field, priority or traffic class, is an 8-bit field. In this 8 bits, the first 6 bits, which are nothing but the most significant bits of this particular field, it is used to specify the type of service, whether the service is connection oriented or connectionless, reliable or unreliable service. So all these details can be indicated under type of service. And the least significant 2 bits of this traffic class indicate the explicit congestion notification, which will be set in case the network is congested due to heavy traffic. The flow label is a 20 bits field. This label is used to maintain the sequential flow of the packets belonging to a communication. So a big message will be divided into numerous packets by the network layer. So these packets have to be assigned sequence numbers so that at the receiving end, they can be rearranged according to the proper order. So such sequential flow information or the sequence numbers of the packets will be indicated in the flow label. The payload length field is a 16 bits field. It is used to tell the length of the payload to the routers and the destination machine. So when we say payload, it is composed of the actual data which is received by the upper layer, that is the transport layer, and the extension headers added to it will comprise of the payload. So this payload length contains information about a particular packet in the payload. So how much information is present in the payload will be indicated by the payload length. And this is a useful information to the routers, which establish a virtual path between the source to destination. The next header field is an 8 bits field. This field is used to indicate either the type of extension header, or if the extension header is not present, it indicates the upper layer packet data unit. So there are varieties of predefined extension headers which are used in IPv6. The next header is used to indicate what type of extension header is used basically. In case no extension header is present for a particular packet, then the upper layer data unit will be pointed to by the next header. The hop limit field of IPv6 is an 8-bit field. This field is used to stop the packet from looping in the network infinitely because of network congestion. So this field is quite similar to the time to live field of IPv4, which indicates the time at which the packet has to start its journey over the network so that it doesn't get caught in the traffic of the network, so that within a limited time frame, it can reach its destination. So in order to stop the packet from looping infinitely in the network, the hop limit field of 8 bits is very useful in IPv6. The source address field is a 128 bits field, which indicates the address of the originator of the packet or the sender of the packet. Destination address is also a 128 bits field. It provides the address of the receiver or the destination of the packet. So apart from these fields, the main important field which is present in IPv6 is the extension headers field. In IPv6, the fixed header contains only bare minimum information which is necessary for the packet transmission, and unnecessary information are not included in the fixed header. Apart from basic information, all additional informations required will be padded in the extension headers. Each extension header is identified by a unique value. Whenever an extension header is used, the IPv6 fixed headers next header field will point to the first extension header. If the next header field contains the value 59, it means that there are no headers after the fixed header and not even the upper layer header. So the distinct value 59 in the extension header indicates the absence of the extension header and any other upper layer headers. It indicates that only data is present. Apart from 59, there are many predefined extension headers as per the RFC 2460. So this table shows the predefined extension header values which are generally in use in IPv6. If the next header value stores 0, this indicates the hop by hop options header. This will be read by all the devices in the transit network. If the next header value shows 43, this stands for a routing header. This contains methods which support the routing decisions by the router. So what routing algorithm is used to prepare the routing table and to establish the virtual path is indicated by this particular header. 44 in the extension header indicates a fragment header. This contains parameters of fragmentation of a data graph. 60 in the next header value indicates destination options header. This will be read by destination device. 51 is an authentication header. This header gives information regarding the authenticity of the packets. 50 indicates encryption information. 50 is generally an encapsulating security payload header. So whenever these values appear in the next header field of the fixed header of IPv6, we can understand that the next upcoming header contains this information. Say, for example, if next header contains 43, then the extension header which links to the fixed header is a routing header, which gives the entire information about routing. Whenever more than one extension header is used in the IPv6, a sequential order is followed for their placement. This is a fixed order. Whenever these headers are used, they have to be placed in the same order along with the fixed IPv6 header. First, IPv6 header, fixed header has to be placed, and next immediately to IPv6 fixed header, hop by hop options header will be placed. Next is destination options header, followed by routing header, then fragment header, followed by authentication header. This is followed by encapsulating security payload header. This will be followed by the destination options header, and lastly the upper layer header. The extension headers are processed by the first destination, subsequent destination, and final destination of the packet. We know about the originator of the packet and final destination of the packet. The first and subsequent destinations are the addresses of the nodes which come intermediate in the path between the source and destination node. The extension headers will be processed by the first and subsequent destinations and also the final destinations. The extension headers are arranged in a linked list manner as shown in this figure. The IPv6 header will be placed first. The next header field of IPv6 header will contain the extension header 1 address. The extension header 1 will have a next header field which contains the address of the extension header 2. So extension header 2, next header will contain the address of extension header 3. So this will continuously go until the extension header n. The extension header n contains the next header field which will have the address of the upper layer data. So this is how the extension headers are arranged in a linked list manner. Now let's see what are the differences between the IPv6 and IPv4 formats. The IPv4 version has a 32-bit address length. The source and destination addresses in IPv4 are 32-bit long, whereas in IPv6, the source and destination addresses are 128 bits long. In IPv6, a manual and DHCP address configuration is supported. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. This protocol has a job of assigning addresses to clients and answering the broadcast queries of the clients. So addressing the clients will be done manually or through DHCP in case of IPv6. Whereas in case of IPv4, in IPv4 manual and DHCP address configurations are used. Whereas in IPv6, automatic address configuration is available. Also, renumbering address configuration is also supported in IPv6. IPv4 provides end-to-end connection integrity. IPv4 does not provide end-to-end connection integrity, whereas IPv6 provides end-to-end connection integrity. So IPv6 is more reliable and authentic compared to IPv4. The address space of IPv6 is quite small. For today's scenario, it supports only 4.29 into 109 addresses, whereas IPv6 has a quite large address space it has 3.4 into 1038 unique addresses. So this accounts to more than a trillion addresses. In IPv6, security feature is dependent on the application. It does not contain any inbuilt security features. Whereas in IPv6, there is IPsec, which is an inbuilt security feature, which is supported by default by the IPv6 protocol. In IPv4, the address representation is in decimal number system, whereas in IPv6, it is in hexadecimal. In IPv4, the fragmentation is performed by the sender and also the forwarding routers, whereas in IPv6, fragmentation of the message into packets is done only by the sender. Routers are relieved of the fragmentation duties. In IPv4, the packet flow indication is not available, whereas in IPv6, the packet flow label is available in the header. In IPv6, checksum field is available, whereas in IPv6, checksum field is not available. IPv4 has only broadcast message transmission scheme. It does not support multicast and anycast messaging scheme, whereas IPv6 supports the multicast and anycast message transmission scheme. In IPv4, encryption and authentication facility are not provided, whereas these are provided in IPv6. Hence, IPv6 is helpful for more secure packet transmission. The header length of IPv6 varies in between 20 to 60 bytes, whereas the header size of IPv6 is fixed and it's 40 bytes long. So these are a few differences between the two IP versions, IPv4 and IPv6. Thank you.